Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone. Here to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who live in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say shalom. Shalom. All right, we get right into it.
This is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Hey, yeah, rejoice and be glad, because this is the last hurrah for Esau, the so-called white man, man. He's about to be wiped off the face of this planet, man. He's about to lose his rulership, man. All right, the Yahushai can come down here and rain great destruction on this kingdom, man.
Precept.
Live it up. Yeah, live it up. Live it up. Back some credit cards down. Do you, Esau.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 6. Verse 5. It's like verse 5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven." Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Right, it's Yahushai, man, coming back down, man. His chariots, flames of fire, man, ready to rain destruction on this place. America, Babylon the Great, aka America. Go ahead.
It says, "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird."
Right, that's right. Right, because this place is going to be a desert, man, full of unclean creatures, man. Unclean beasts, man. This is going to be a place that's not going to reside with people anymore, man. All right, it's going to be totally destroyed, man. All right, as a memorial forever to show what's the consequences of living wicked. All right.
That's story about the nuclear missiles.
Right. That's right.
And the chariots.
That's right. Go ahead.
It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Right, what's that wine? The philosophy. Right, the ways that Esau even so-called white man is still. Right, like the alphabet community, man.
It says, "And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her."
Right, these other nations, man, they got better than Esau even so-called white man. All right, that's why I said they're better than this. You know, the nation, Psalms 83. All those nations are against the children of Israel. All right, they've all gotten bad with Esau even so-called white man. Who's in the car seat. Precept. Right?
That's that Harley.
That's right. Okay, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 1, and it reads, "He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that fellowship with the proud man shall be like unto him." So yeah, that says he that touches pitch, that pitch is like this tar, you know, and once you touch it, it's hard to get off, and if you are able to get off, it's going to take some of your skin with it, all right? But it says, and it says, "He that fellowship with the proud man shall be like unto him." So just like, you know, you were confederate with them, you know, the Lord is not going to spare those other nations either. All right? You're going to meet the fate, you know, you're going to go into servitude just like Esau Edom, but the only thing is, he's going to be destroyed forever. All right?
They don't like to hear that.
Right.
Back in Revelation chapter 18 and verse 3, it says, "For all nations have drunken." It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich."
All these presidents, these governors, what they call country to use the democracy in what? The U.S., man.
Yep.
All right? The merchants, they taking on it too, making money off this place for years. All right?
It says, are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Right. Wax rich for the abundance of the delicacy, man.
Sure that's not talking about the Vatican?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Trash.
Trash.
Right.
All these nations come over here to get rich, man. And then ultimately they're getting rich off the sweat and labor of the children of Israel, man. We're the biggest spenders, man.
Hey, because they definitely ain't going to the Vatican to get rich.
Yeah, right. That's right.
That shows you that doctrine don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Risa, it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Right, come out of the people, but talking about come out of her spiritual. No, excuse me, protect the sins. Yeah, because you're going to get beaten up by the chariots, man. All right? That's where our salvation lies. We're going to get
Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, shut thy doors above thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
right. That's what I'm getting them beaten up to the chariots, man. That's where our salvation is, man. That's why in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, talks about the strangeness of salvation, man. Because the hopeful elect, we pray we be of the elect, they're going to get beamed up after them, man. All right? That's why it says, look up for your redemption draweth nigh. All right? That's where our help is coming from, man.
Isaiah 26:21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall dispose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Yeah, because look, you saw even man, they're gonna have to get recompense, man. Destroyed for what they've done to the children of Israel, man. It's gonna be what? Be a thermonuclear destruction, man.
Well, that's Isaiah 34. The Lord said for the controversy of Zion.
Zion, that's right.
You know? So the Lord's bringing the destruction upon these nations for what they did to Jacob.
Right.
You know, my determination is to gather the nation, to, pour upon them all my indignation, even all my fierce anger.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, they got hell to pay, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they still keeping their foot on our neck to this day, man. All right, so they're just keeping the tab running. But it's getting ready to be cashed out, man. The Lord's gonna come with great vengeance, man. That's why vengeance isn't ours, man. The Lord's gonna repay. Yep. All right. And what we think we can do here on the physical side, man, the Lord got a bigger and way better plan, man. So all we gotta do is wait and have faith, man. And be patient, they're gonna suffer, man. That's why it's the patient and faith of the saints, man. The saints being the children of Israel, man. We're on that side, we're gonna be
Right, appreciate that.
This is
Yeah, come.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
Right, and that cloud is the chariot, man. That's what the elect, man, they get beamed up, man. All right.
It seems right now all over the earth as well. That's the scene, the sight of the Lord showing his power in the earth. Yeah. Right now you see chariots all over. You see chariots all over the globe right now, man.
Yeah.
All right. It said the scripture said see the son of man coming. I can't
Revelation 1.
1:7. Yeah.
7.
Get that from
He cometh with clouds and every eye shall see him.
Yeah.
Matthew 24.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds."
Yep, those are the clouds. Those are the chariots of the Lord, man. Those are what the world's calling UFOs or UAPs, man. All right, and that's what the big noise is over like the East Coast and around the world, man. And then you see those pictures of chariot sightings. What are they most focused on here, right here in North America, man? All right, and then you see it in all the Edomite nation. That's where you really see it.
Yeah.
It says, "And every eye shall see him, and they also."
And every eye shall see him, man. All right, because you're gonna have people recording this, shooting videos, man. You're gonna see the Apostle 411, man. All right, the Lord's deliverance and show you something, man. And the destruction of the Edomites.
That's right. That's right.
It says, "They also which pierced him in all kindreds of the earth."
And also, then that pierced them, meaning what? Them same Edomites, man, back in the Roman times, they coming back in reincarnation. They're gonna be here today, man, getting their judgment. Just like the 2/3 that wanted to see how it should be put to death, man, they're here too to receive some more judgment, man. All right? Because what? They've joined hand in hand, man, with their president, man. And what? They're not gonna go unpunished. That's right, bro. All right? The Lord ain't letting nobody slide, man. Y'all watching my shots, not letting anybody slide. Ain't nobody got away. He said he's not at all with the wicked. Yep, that's right.
It says, "Shall wail because of him."
I shall wail because of him.
This is Matthew 24 and 30. It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory."
Yep, see, and that's how you'll see how it's not coming back with power and great glory, man. Bringing destruction on this place, man.
That's
Just
right.
like it says in Acts the 1st chapter, man.
And these devils, they know too.
Yeah.
That's why they're constantly watching.
Yep.
They're watching everything.
Yep.
Remember, they said they're wiser than Daniel.
That's right.
So they're watching everything. Constantly got the Hubble telescope. Hubble telescope in out there just look at stars. Oh,
Right.
look at that nice star, you know. Now they're looking for the chariots.
That's right.
You know, the Space Force they got out there. That's all set up, you know, because they know the Lord's coming. You know, and this is why you got, you know, like y'all speaking about all these drones and speaking about the so-called, you know, the chariot sightings, and then they're talking about their drones and this, that, and the other, because they're trying to throw mixed signals out there, you know, to throw everything off.
You see like how people were like, oh man, see, I knew it was aliens, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, then they try to water it down. Oh, those just the government drones and blah, blah, blah.
Now, I don't know if y'all seen that video where that individual was talking about how there was these like 5 top billionaires that pulled them, you know, they went somewhere, some remote country, and then they were asking them about, like the future of things, you know, the cryptocurrencies and all this different stuff. And then they said, what's the best place to build bunker or something like that in Finland or in Alaska?
Yeah.
You know, because they know something's coming.
Yep.
You know, the Elder Muwatazak and a few other brothers did videos on it. You know, pretty much they know that when the Lord comes back, they're going to be underground somewhere, you know, around the world, you know, trying to hide from the Lord.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Underneath the Planet of the Apes. That's Underneath the Planet of the Apes. It's a Planet of the Apes, the second movie.
Okay.
Came out in 1970. Now in there, right, towards the middle of the movie, they show you how they went into like a hole into this cave, and it was like a subterranean spot. And they ended up where they found out that they were still in New York. It was in Queens. It was the subway, right? And then they show them walking. They see the New York Stock Exchange. They show you Radio City Music Hall, right? But then eventually they end up on, I believe it was 51st Street. And there was this cathedral there, and there were these people that were in there, and the people that were in there were pretty much like the Illuminati. They were, you know, communicating telepathically, stuff like that, and then they were worshiping the mission. Now, what I got out of that, because towards the end of the movie, the apes found the opening, and they went down up in there and they started jacking those people up. So I thought of how at the end the Lord is going to have if somebody can get Isaiah 24. The Lord is going to have his men go around where these different bunkers are around the world that are not destroyed, and pretty much snatch up all of them devils and put them right into captivity. So these devils, no, you talk about 1968, the first movie, 1970, and around that time the truth started really coming out even hot and heavy, which shows you that they actually research the scriptures. They have scholars that pick the scriptures apart. And there's several scriptures that speak about these devils running and hiding in these shelters. But y'all got it.
I got that Isaiah 24. It says, Isaiah 24 and 21 says, and it shall come to pass that day that Yahweh shall
Matter of fact, start around 18.
18 times.
Because it gives you like a build-up. And that build-up pretty much is the Lord destroying this place. Matter of fact, start at 10.
Thank God. It's Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down.
Right, the city of confusion is broken down, and we see that happen. That's why when 2025 gets here, they may do something major to just maybe shut everything down, or something that they're going, as they call it, the linchpin, that pin you pull out, and then all hell breaks loose. So we're kind of waiting to see what's going to really happen to set the course of these prophecies even hot and heavier. And so the city of confusion is broken down. Go ahead.
Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Right, because you're going to have martial law. You're going to have the FEMA troops and the different troops snatching people up out of their houses, carting them over, into pretty much into captivity. In these different detention centers. Setting up for people to get the MOTB. Which that was another thing they discussed about the cryptocurrency, which really showing everything's going digital. Go ahead.
It says, there is a crying for wine in the streets.
Right, the crying for wine is a representation of crying for the truth.
Right.
That's why now everybody and their mama buying Bibles. Everybody and their mama doing breakdowns of Revelation and what this means, and the river Euphrates drying up. That's talking about this, that, and the third. Everybody's an expert in the Bible now. Okay?
It says the birth of the land is gone.
Right, the birth of the land is gone. What's that?
It says all joy is darkened. The birth of the land is gone.
Right, all joy is darkened. Like a lot of people been talking about this so-called holiday season, especially Christmas time, doesn't seem like it was before. It's just pretty much it's like things are dead. Like people know something is wrong, but they got that Christmas holiday demon on them, to where they're still going through the motions, but the actual festive spirit that used to be is not anymore.
Yeah, and usually they have Christmas decorations on all these poles out here. They have wreaths and stockings on all these, and they have little extra lights. You know what I'm saying? Usually it'd be a little bit more lit up out here. And that's going on past the New Year. But this year it's just dead, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's into that shit.
Just had a whole bunch of announcement of a bunch of store closures too. For the end of this year, going into 2025.
Job losses.
Yep.
AI technology and robots taking over businesses.
Debt's climbing. People ain't paying their stuff no more.
Right. People are scared, nervous.
I see the repo man so much. I was out of there. I just see repo man everywhere today. Repo trucks coming to people, man. And it's going to these job losses. A lot of people on Amazon is striking, always striking. You gotta remember, these people don't care because what? They got their robotic system in place now. So the robots can do the job. They don't care about you striking.
Well, that's what they want. They want the strikes to go on, so to justify, what? So to stop all of this, from the production from moving forward because of the employees, striking, let's just set up the digital system. Let's put all these robots, and then that way the robots don't have to take maternity leave. Right. We don't have to get workers comp for them. They don't have to go to the bathroom every half hour, or whatever. They don't have to take lunch breaks, coffee breaks, you know, and we're not relegated because they're robots. See? Now it's gonna cost a mint to get it in place, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that once it's in place, the overhead is gonna be very low.
Yep.
We see at our job, they got an automatic truck unloader.
Look at that.
Go in, it go inside the truck, you know, then you can unload all 30 pallets by itself.
There you go. So that just shows you how a lot of jobs are becoming obsolete.
Yeah.
You know, and then brother's been, you know, saying how when you go to these places where you still have cashiers and people that bagging and all that, they're not bagging. They let people do their own bagging because slowly but surely all of that is being phased out. Then when you go to the self-checkouts, you know, a lot of those places you can't even pay cash.
Yeah.
You got to pay with a credit card. You know, they got all those. They got the system in place. But you got still people out there that are blind that can't see that the MOTB is the micro C here, and this whole digital system that they got coming into place.
Priest, sir,
Go ahead.
this is 2nd Ezra 9 and 20. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that will come into it. Woo, woo,
There you go.
Yeah, brother.
That's a nuclear bomb. Hit the
Yeah, brother.
Bring it out.
2nd Ezra 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there
Hey, is
was
it me or
peril.
did his voice get louder?
Yeah, right. Yeah, the
It said, behold, there was peril because of the devices that will come into it.
That's right. Because there was perils because of the devices that will come into it. You know, now that's their agenda. You know, scriptures speak about, you know, perilous times shall come. And we're approaching those times. You know, people don't realize how much danger they really in. You know, the time of Jacob's trouble is right there. You know, hey man, it's very interesting to see what 2025 is going to bring.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, you tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me. You hear? Hey.
That's old school up.
Hey, all hell's gonna, man, like I like the way I see it, man, major events have to take place. Because this world we're in is rapidly circling into the drain, man. You know, like 20 it could just pop off in 2025, man.
Yeah.
It could pop off, man. All we know is the time is short.
Hey, well, one day can change everything.
Yeah,
Look what happened 9/11. You know, that changed everything. I mean, from the way people thought to the way legislation works to everything that they put in place, man. You got it, bro.
Just to back you up what you said.
And that single event right there made the average American citizen a dissident. You know, a homegrown terrorist and all that shit. You know what I mean? But you got it, bro.
Just to back you up, you said they weren't going to pay attention. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Wars we who will deliver thee in those days.
Yeah.
The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah. What shall we do when these evils shall come? Because you got to remember, Ezra was actually in the midst of it, looking at it. That's how he was able to write it down. So in another dimension, it already happened. You know? Because how was he able to see it? The Lord showed him in the vision. He actually put him there. That's why they got sick. Because it was so intense. You know, like when you have like a nightmare and you wake up, your heart's thumping, you all sweaty, you know, your head is hurting.
Yeah.
He was actually in the midst of it. You know, just like the other prophets. Yeah. You got it.
My man said the power shall stand in fear. That's
Yeah,
what
the
Apostle-
powers, what are the powers that's dealing with the governments? You know, the governments, their militaries. Because another thing that individual was speaking about was how those billionaires, they had bodyguards. And those bodyguards were ex-military, you know, that were trained. So you're going to have all, like Elder Muwatzak was going into, you're going to have all of these, because we've been saying that. Because the scriptures speak about slaves. Somebody get that, what's that? Is that in Revelation 6? where it speaks about hide us from the wrath of the Lamb, and then it speaks about the slaves and all that. So they're going to have everybody in there that they need to function underground until the smoke so-called clears. You know? So they got military men down there. They got, you know, the so-called super elite. You know, they got slaves, cooks, you know, and all of that. Entertainment. You know what I mean?
Start at 14.
I get it.
Okay. It says,
And
and
then
the
we'll come back
heavens
to-
departed as a scroll when it's rolled together.
And they know what that's talking about. This is why in the movie they had what? They had the missile. And they worshiped the missile. And on one of the fins of the missile, it had the eye and the thigh, or the alpha and omega, the Greek. I said it in Hebrew, but the Greek, which is the beginning and the ending. You know, because it was the beginning of Esau's, you know, ability to scare the whole world into this new world order, into these wars, but it's also the ending of their society. Because that's what the Lord is going to use to destroy it. Go ahead.
It says, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
Yeah, because you're gonna have tsunamis from the force of the earthquake that these missiles are gonna, you know, create. And I guess for lack of better words, reverberation. You know, that's gonna happen when shit starts shaking around. So the best place to be is gonna be in the heavens in Yahweh's chariot.
That's right.
Because anyone on the soil on earth, you know, especially in America, is doomed. You know, now the people that's around the world, you're gonna have survivors, but imagine being in a city somewhere let's say in Beijing or in Singapore or one of them other places over there where they got these big tall buildings, you know, and then all of a sudden that earthquake that from the missiles hitting, you know, all these different places and buildings start falling, you know, and shit just starts shaking and rocking, and the earth starts cracking open and people just start falling. They ain't gonna be safe.
That's right.
You know? You got it.
This is Revelation 6, verse 15. And it reads, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men.
The kings of the earth, which are the rulers, the leaders, you know, the banking families, and it says and the what?
And the great men.
And the great men, which are, you know, the next tier under them. Go ahead.
And the rich men.
And the rich men, which are, you know, like I believe the elder Muwattazak was speaking about, like Bezos and Zuckerberg and all that. You know, that's their tier. Go ahead.
And the chief captains.
And the chief captains, which is what, your military men. Because you know they're gonna have military men down there. They're gonna have lawyers and, you know, and prosecutors and just different officers down there. Like they show you, I believe that was in what was the name of that movie
2012?
with Morgan Freeman? What's that?
I thought it was
2012. No, 2012 was a good one too. Yeah. But there was another movie with Morgan Freeman where they're trying to gather all the lawyers and the doctors and certain individuals to be able to get in those arcs in 2012.
Yeah.
But in the other one, it was, you know, they was trying to save certain scientists and certain so-called higher up individuals so that they can use them for the continuity of government. Because these devils, when the shit goes down, it says they're not going to repent. So they're going to want to restart society back over again, even more demonic than what it was. And have people like see what they want is they want a bunch of servants, slaves, comatose people that don't think.
Yep.
They showed it in the Batman movie with Bang.
Right.
When
The Dark
society
Knight
collapsed,
Rises.
They had their own little government down up under the ground where they were judging the judges and the rulers and so-called. They showed it in the movie Bang. That's why I'm like, I know some
So they showing these things because this is what they plan on doing.
Right.
Look, they've read the scriptures. They know that these things are actual. That's why they were asking that dude, what's the best place to, you know, set up? Because they were trying to pick his brain, you know, as to what to do, you know, because, see, they're not that bright. So they were picking his brain to see what he would say because, you know, he was pretty bright person that they were interviewing. And pretty much they were trying to see what his responses would be, and then they would take notes based off of that. You know? You got it.
It says, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man.
Right, the mighty men, right, which are your military, and every bondman, you know, because you got to have cooks down there. You got to have those that clean the toilets, you know, that mop the floors, because they're not going to do it. Cook the food.
It says, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Right, that's dealing with your shelters, your so-called bomb shelters. And those bomb shelters, the ones in America through, but the ones around the world, you have mountain retreats, you have, space stations, you have all different places around the world where these devils are going to be hiding. And when that time comes, they're not going to be touched, because they're going to be the first crop of slaves to go into captivity. You got to understand, from riches to rags.
That's right.
And then that's why it says, how you rich men, for your miseries that shall come upon you. So imagine, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, you rich to rag, they be thinking of great places.
Yep.
Turn those machines back on.
That's it. Morte and Randy.
Yep.
You ever seen the series called The 100?
What's that?
The 100?
I think I kind of checked it a little bit. I didn't really.
It's really good. It's on Netflix. It goes into how they hid in the mountains where the nukes went off.
Okay.
And it shows the earth actually continues to burn every couple of years.
They were up in there. They came back to Earth too.
Okay, now I didn't see
They
that.
tried to hide it. Yeah, okay. You
I
gotta check it
thought
out.
I had to check it out. I mean, I've seen the thumbnail for it, but I never watched it. All right. But see, why would they make movies like that? Because they know that these things are so. Now whether they saw it in visions, they definitely had their scholars pick the Bible apart and know certain little things.
No, and it's their job to keep us from knowing, because this truth is with us, man. The words of the Heavenly Father are with us, man. So it's their job. Well, what they're trying to do is keep us in some dumbfounded state, to keep us distracted on what's going on in the world, man. If you notice, social media was set up for you to be with your family and friends and all of that. Now it's like all kind of ads on social media. You go on there, you rarely see your friends in their posts. There's all kind of ads on there. Why? Because they want you to be sleepily, scrolling through that, that endless feet of garbage, man.
Probably some, that's beautiful. The young guy at work said, "What did y'all having today? Black Planet?" And I said, "We had a little man that ran across the screen for the internet to come on." I said, "But you know what? It was better times though, because people communicated with each other. You have to sit down and have a conversation with somebody."
Now you don't have that.
Social media ruined the world.
False validation, man. Social media, that false validation spirit. I'd rather get 100 hearts than one real like.
Now, what was the name of that movie? Was that Demolition Man? I think it was Demolition Man, where the people they were underground.
They pop in and take whatever they need and pop back in.
So they show you that those that don't comply, they're going to be off the grid. But the majority of people are going to be on the grid. You got it.
This is back in Revelation 6, verse 16. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Right, because they know the wrath of the Lamb is coming. And they know how he's coming. That's why they'll make movies like ID4. And they'll show you the first part of it, that the angels are kicking ass, but then afterwards they'll show you that they win. But that's not going to be the outcome. That's why the Lord said, "I see Satan as lightning fall from heaven," because the Lord saw Esau falling from their rulership and actually falling from them planes. Because Yahushua said when he comes back out of an innumerable multitude, there's nothing to see but ashes and smoke. Because he's going to disintegrate these guys.
Right.
You got it.
Okay. This is verse 17. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Right, that's right. So that's why it says that pretty much the best place to be is in the chariots.
Right.
That's why in Revelation 15, the elect that make it, they're going to be looking down on the earth, and they're going to see America on fire, which is the lake of fire.
I got a precept for it.
And that's the best place to be. Because in Ezekiel 38, it says that even the birds in the heavens are going to be shaken from the vibration from the earth. So the vibration of the earth is going to trickle into the air.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like when you hear when a blast goes off and you still feel the wind later on down the road, you know, you still feel it, or an explosion might go off. You might be 4 or 5 blocks away. You feel the, you know, you feel the shake. You know, that's how it's going to be. But you got to remember, these missiles pelting on the earth, atmosphere, shaking everything. You know, that's going to be something, man.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, this is go straight to the point. Psalm 91 and 8. He said we're gonna be looking down. It says, "Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked." All right.
Right. Right, only with thine eyes shall thou behold the reward of the wicked. Because it says further up, 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand and 10,000, you know, but it shall not come nigh thee.
That's right.
Because the elect are not going to be touched by that.
All right.
You know, that's reserved for the wicked.
That's right.
Is that it now? You got
Back to
something?
Isaiah?
Yeah,
Yep.
bring it.
It's back to Isaiah 24 verse 12. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
Right, that means that you know what that goes hand in hand with? That goes hand in hand with 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. No, I'm sorry, the 15th chapter, where it speaks about, you know, they're not going to be giving heed to their leaders. That represents their gates. You know, like the gates of the nobles. Read that part again.
It's Isaiah 24:12. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
The gate is smitten with destruction because the leadership they're not gonna know what the hell to do. You got it?
Priesthood, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Woe to the world, I'm going to start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Yep.
For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh.
Yeah.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another,
There go your race wars, class wars, civil wars. Go ahead.
and swords in their hands.
Right, guns. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Right, because they're going to rise up against the government because they're finding out that the government is totally corrupt. And the more information that's coming out on these different alternative media sites, the more people are starting to find out that they've been duped. You know, so it's going to come to a point where they're not going to stand for it no more. So I'm pissed off and I'm not going to take it anymore. You know, there was a movie / documentary that Aaron Russo did. I think it was either before or after Trading Places. You know, and that's why Nick Rockefeller wanted to meet him, because he took a liking to him because he was, you know, cursing them bankers out pretty much. But you got it, bro.
But there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Right, invading one another. Why? Because they're not. It's not going to be that you know, not infringing on somebody else's, you know, territory. You know, like now people, like, you know, there's only so far they'll go. But in that day it's going to be desperation. So they're going to cross that line. Okay.
Invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right. So that's the gates. You know, like this, another scripture speaks about the gates of the nobles. So the gates are going to be broken down. There's not going to be any. It's not going to be any law and order. It's going to be what they call anarchy, which is no rule. No and not. Archy is rule. So anarchy is no rule. You know, like whatever the person deems to be right at that time, you know, that's what's going to be. You know.
As I say, you kind of saw that with the January 6th thing. Now, what they weren't showing on the news, that they were showing on social media, was the police in D.C. opening the gates, letting the people in. So they were all part of it.
Yeah. Because they needed that incident. You know, they needed a situation in order to justify passing more legislation. You know, every time there's an event or a crisis that happens, it always opens a door of opportunity for more legislation to be passed in their favor.
What I'm saying is, don't let it.
Good crisis go to waste. Rahm Emanuel.
God,
Yep.
Small hat. Another small hat.
Exactly. little tiny little hat.
Right.
You got it.
Nor princes in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, because there's not going to be any law and order. That's why it says there shall be sedition among men. So sedition is an uprising against the government. You know, and right now, the laws that are established is what keeps people in line. You know, from not, depriving their neighbors of their rights, by the law. But when that whole shit breaks down, it's going to be all bets are off. You know, like they say, survival of the fittest. You got something?
I was gonna say they actually did a test run with something too. We were talking about in Chicago. What was that, about a year or two ago? Maybe 2 years ago, they passed no bill in January. Where somebody can just come into your, they come on your property or take over your property. Yeah, that was last year.
That was January 1st last year.
They pretty much got stay your ground now in Chicago. These types of laws that nobody, you can cuss out your governors.
Yep.
Kidnapping and certain stuff.
You ain't got to pay nothing.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff like getting caught with guns and things like that. Don't worry about it. It was pretty much everything. All the like high crimes is like a slap on the wrist, pretty much. That's what's going on in Chicago right now.
Yep.
You know, so they already doing their test runs already.
Yeah.
And that whole sedition again, that seed was planted with the whole defund the police movement.
Pretty soon.
Go ahead, brother.
Second Ezra 13 and 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
Right, that's the elect. Go ahead.
And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another,
Yeah.
one place against another, one people against another,
And that's the same thing Yahushua said. Go ahead.
and one realm against another.
One realm against another. You know, you got your race wars, your class wars, your civil wars. You know, just people are gonna go buck wild.
Sorry.
Hey, like Gerald Salente said, you know, when people have nothing to lose, they lose it.
That's right.
You know, like desperation causes people to do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Just like hunger. You know, starvation makes people do shit that they wouldn't normally do. You know, and that's what they're doing. They're using food as a weapon. You know, they're also using, you know, this system that's coming into place as a means to make sure that all of these individuals comply with the system. Because they got the people to the point where they can't go more than an hour without eating. You know? So if that's the case, when the system is put in place, this whole digital system, and they you know, say, look, you got to accept this, you know, MOTB, you know, the microseed, or you won't be able to eat or anything like that, what's going to happen? People are going to jump on it because they're not going to know. You know? You got it.
I'm going to bring up the job a lot of them. We deal with a lot of TV dinners, home-made dinners and things like that.
Right.
One of our buildings holds 1.5 million kids.
Which those used to be good back in the day.
Right.
TV dinners, now that's just trash.
We probably got 240 cases on the ski. Not even that. 1.5 million skis to be able to these buildings. We're going to be filling that up probably about March. So they already know what they're doing. They storage your food at. I'm talking like my place is number a food storage.
Yeah.
Some gonna keep their food there. We can sit in the store and be wrong, but really that's the place. These are the places that these people, when they come out of those bunkers, before all hell breaks loose, they're gonna be coming to build those trucks up in those bunkers.
Yeah, but remember, the scriptures say that suddenly shall the full storehouses be found empty.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yeah.
And then people know where these places are at, so what do you think they're going to do? They're going to run to those places and loot those places.
Yeah.
They ain't going to be fighting at the store for no goddamn toilet tissue.
Right.
They're going to be fighting for food.
Yeah.
But they showed you how stupid these people are,
Yeah.
where you fighting over some goddamn toilet tissue.
Yeah, literally.
You know?
Yeah.
But that shows you it's an experiment. You got it.
Was that New York where they got that guy for buying up all that toilet paper?
Yep. And then he wanted to return it back. I don't know if that's the same.
Yeah, they took it from him.
Yeah.
Just lost all that money.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
But
but
you see a lot of the big box stores like Costco and Sam's Club, maybe Beach. I'm not familiar with Beach as, but they got the lists of like certain shit you can't return back. Yep.
Yeah.
Like Pillsbury was one of them. Like,
And then they had the limit
Yep,
two
the
per
limits.
customer
Yep.
or one per
Yep.
customer.
That shows you too that you don't go thinking that you own something. Just that you paid for it. You can't write in there and took all that damn stuff away.
Yep.
When Esau wants something, you gonna figure out a way to get it from him.
Well, you know, in the Constitution, I believe it is, there's provisions to where if something's going on, I forget exactly the term, but the government or the troops can come into your home and confiscate your goods.
Yeah, it's called hoarding.
I know one of them is Hoarding Act,
Yeah.
but it's something else too.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be able to. I know what it is too. It's the law in the books that says that anything that can benefit the U.S. government or the army, they have total access to come get it from you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even your gardens and stuff. Yeah, stuff like
All of that, man.
What you say?
Hey, no, when I was in Dallas, I was with the Apostle Ricard, and his old lady, she works at like a place where they sell, expensive jewelry, stones, diamonds, coins or whatever. And I was talking to the owner, and he was telling me, he was like, look, man, like, these people think just because they put their stuff in the safety deposit box in the bank, that when hard times come, that they can just go get it out. He said the bank has the right to seize everything that's in those safety deposit boxes. If in an incident of a major collapse or something, an event where that bank can't function anymore, they're allowed to seize all of your goods, man.
that. They're doing that now. Hussein Bolt. They took all his money. Yeah. They took all his money out of the bank. He had like 30 million.
Devil don't play fair.
That's right.
So, man, like there's some some people out there that think, well, I'm well off, I'm well to do. I got like, $250,000 or $750,000 in the bank, so I'm good. If anything happen, I'm gonna be safe. But you know what, man? You can lose that all in a snap of your finger.
Right.
You can lose it. Hey, I got assets. I got hard assets in my safety deposit box, and this and that. And you go to pick up collect your stuff, and they tell you, look, we can't give you nothing.
Right.
Hey, you notice another thing. A lot of these banks have more armed security now.
Yeah.
Like the security at these banks, have upgraded vests and pistols, and they got more upgraded gear, man.
Wasn't it last fall they built a 10-foot wall around the Federal Reserve? Concrete wall? Yep. DC, I think someone in DC. Yeah, the walls around the Federal Reserve. Yep.
In the White House, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra 6:24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Start at 22.
2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall be found empty.
They gonna be nothing in them grocery stores for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what the average grocery store has enough food ready for maybe a day and a half.
Yep.
If that.
Yeah, because they cut down on the ability for them to stock stuff within the store because the supply chain was so tight that whatever they needed, they could get it within hours.
Yep.
So when they shut this shit down, like you said, maybe a day, they'd be lucky if it go a day and a half.
I used to work at the grocery store. We used to have a big old freezer full of a backup.
Yep.
They don't have those in those stores like that anymore. So that extra that they have, they're not gonna be able to give it. Y'all better get man. Hey, look, we coming into the times. Ain't no way that you're not gonna need your y'all shot to survive out here.
That's it.
That's the time that we're
it.
in. Period.
Yep.
just because, right now, y'all feel yourself to be into a good case, like the elder was saying. I got a little money in the bank.
Right.
We got little savings to the side, in a minimum, in the barter system. So that money that you got in the bank not gonna mean anything.
Yeah.
You have to have something of value for somebody to deal with you.
Yo.
Right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65. You got some more? Stop here. What you got? Oh, slap. Good, bro. Bring it up.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 22 or 23. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid."
Hey, shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Okay.
But we out here blowing right now with the pre-warning trumpet.
Yeah.
Okay? We're out here blowing the pre-warning trumpet right now to wake yourselves up and know what's going to happen out here. See, the Lord is really being merciful by allowing us to blow this pre-trumpet for you to wake up, man. A lot of people don't know how merciful the Lord is being right now, man.
Hey, it please the Lord by the foolishness of preaching to save them which believe.
He's being merciful by allowing his man to come out on the highways and byways and do the video epistles.
That's right.
That's okay. Lord can say, you know what, I'm done. And just pull us off the street and just let all hell break loose.
Oh, one day it will happen.
It is going to come.
Hey, remember he told Ezekiel, he said, I will make your tongue cleave to the roof of your mouth, and you will not be a reprover to this people.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
Hey, to a certain point, man, fuck Jake, man.
That's right.
You don't get tired of talking to you niggas, man. You don't realize if you're not doing this work, or if you're not applying yourself to the scriptures, or what the scriptures are saying, you're an enemy to the Lord, man.
That's right.
To the power of heaven.
That's right.
You're an enemy, man. Like so you got him. You got him as what they say. That's your op.
Right. God.
Like the Lord is against you niggas, man.
Yeah.
People think that like this guy, man. You think, yeah, amen. That ain't enough.
Yeah.
People think that they just gonna be able to walk in easy, like the Lord's just gonna receive them.
Lip service.
Hey, the Lord is gonna give a lot of these people a cold shoulder, a cold hard shoulder when he start letting this shit go down.
You require more of you. You require more. Not just coming up giving, like the pastor just said, coming up giving that lip service. The Lord requires a whole lot more than what y'all think the Lord requires. Number one, y'all let the church to brainwash y'all to think that you can just come and praise the Lord one day after week.
Faith without works is dead.
That's right.
Yeah, real quick. This is Psalms 139 and 20.
Bring it out.
Verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh Shemashah, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
Yeah, the talk of this world and people, what they're gonna do in the future is nauseating at this point. But in a sense, it's humorous because it's people planning trips for next year. I'm looking like you might not make that trip. Yeah, next year I'm going to such and such in July. Hey, this place might be locked down in February. Hey man, but we all know in the spirit that something big is gonna happen soon. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 27. Red letter, the words of Yahushua. It says, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Yep, and then you got us as the examples of men that allowed that through obedience came into this truth, man. Because we ain't allowed shit. But like through obedience, the Lord came in and supped with us, man, because we humbled ourselves. And we about to really see what our payoff is gonna be when all hell start breaking loose and everybody else is catching hell and the Lord is preserving us, man. we're gonna see what we put in as truth, man.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Yep, absolutely, man. We're gonna see what all we thought we lost and all that vain stuff that we lost in the world, man. We're gonna see the protection behind it when the Lord starts really moving in this place.
Yes, sir.
You know, and we're gonna be thanking the Lord that we chose to live right, that we chose to say, you know what, fuck this life. You know.
Precept.
Go
Bring it
ahead.
out.
This is Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 22. It says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
Yeah, man. You know, hey.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna be a wealth transfer from Esau to us.
That's right.
You know, hey, it said we're gonna boast in the riches of the nation.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, I got a new dance for you, mama.
Let's go.
Let's play with that. Let's play with that.
There's some more to that.
That's it on
Good.
This is Sirach 19 and 5, and it reads, "Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned."
Yeah,
But he
hey, whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness.
Shall be
And,
condemned.
and the thing is, a lot of people don't apply themselves to coming to learning this word. So a lot of people they sin ignorantly. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, if you heard this truth once, if you heard you're not supposed to be doing that according to the scriptures, hey, that time of I didn't know, that's gonna come to an end. Cause you're gonna know that the Lord mad at your ass when He kill you. You know? Hey, a lot of people you gonna know that you wasn't pleasing the Lord, man. Hey, this truth is out there. The Lord used all these people that thought they was coming up against us, but they only made the truth go out there even more.
That's right.
People like Vocab, you know, all Cap Malone, you know, and all those other minions out there. You know what I'm saying? They only made the word spread throughout the four corners of the earth even faster, man. By even bringing us up.
Yeah.
Hey, we probably got more members up behind them, man. Hey, people are starting to leave the Christian church. You know why? Because no matter how much this dude splice up videos and show only the parts that he want to show, hey, people are seeing that what we're saying is true, man.
Yeah, they're starting to inquire more.
Yep.
They're starting to get more into not just accepting what they hear, but actually researching.
Yep.
Yeah, and Jake, man, we need a savior, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, our people, we need the Lord, man. We need our savior, man. You know, there ain't nothing else in this world gonna help us. You know, you can't depend on your job, your woman. You can't depend on you know, whatever or financial situations you have set up for the future. Your college degree. You can't depend on none of that, man.
None of it.
Because you live in a society that's was set up to oppress you. It was set up from the beginning to oppress you. You going to school and getting in debt to go to college to try to make a better life. It's the beginning of that life is debt.
Yeah. And that shit follows you everywhere you go.
Yep. And if you don't pay it, it never comes off.
Yep.
You know, so you a debt slave to that. You can't enjoy the fruits of your labor as soon as you in working. You got to go and pay the debt to get the get to the fruit. You got to pay that all off. You know, we just need Yahweh Bashmi Shah to deliver us, man.
All right. Yeah.
You can't see that by now, then we can't help you.
All right.
Go ahead, brother.
It says,
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
19 and 5. Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resisteth pleasures crown up his life.
Ooh, wait, read that over.
It says, whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resisteth pleasures crowneth his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Woo,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, because they that have pleasure in wickedness are going to be condemned.
Yep.
Condemned is with damnation, and that's what's coming. You know, oh yeah, it's good. It's good now. You know, you living it up. But there's going to be a time, you know, when when that careless lifestyle you live in is going to turn back and bite you in the ass.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Precept.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord.
Right. Because they're hearing it, but they're not receiving it. And they're not acting on it because it's not given to them. I mean, they're told, but they can't perceive it. You know, the scriptures speak about perceiving the instructions of wisdom. They're not perceiving it. That's what they can't see because the Lord blinded them. Go ahead.
For whoso despises
Read that first.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect.
That's right.
That's what it's all about, the elect, baby. It's all about the elect.
Yeah, that's
Let's go.
We ain't giving them.
Verse 11, for whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. And
Right.
their hope
Why are you miserable? Because you don't have the hope of the Lord. And then when the hard times happen, you're going to be left out there and not know what to do. You know, those that have their hope in the Lord and do what the Lord said, they're going to be taken care of. You know, read that again, that part again.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 11, for whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain.
Right, because here it is, you're receiving the very thing that's going to help you and help keep you protected, right? So you're going to be miserable. You know, when the hell start coming down, it said, my servant shall eat, but you shall hunger. My servant shall drink, but you shall thirst. My servant shall drink, shall sing for joy of heart, and you shall howl for vexation of spirit. You know? Miserable. Miserable are they that forsake the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, and their hope is vain, their labor unfruitful, and their works unprofitable.
Right, their labor unfruitful and their works unprofitable. You know, because they're sowing to the flesh. Scriptures say, you sow to the flesh, you shall of the flesh reap corruption.
That's right.
You know, but if you sow to the spirit, you shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. You know, and this is what it's about. Right now, the road to it is hard sometimes, but it's building up that hedge, you know, for the time to come. You know, it's like a hedge fund, you know, building a hedge fund for the hard times that are coming. You know, and when all hell breaks loose, the elect will be protected.
Yep.
You know? Hey, scriptures speak about those that have works towards the Lord, something like that in the Apocrypha. You know, I think there might be 2 Ezra 9. Those that something have works to the Lord or something like that. I can't think of it.
By their works and they say,
You know?
got it.
2 Ezra 9 and 7, and everyone that shall be saved
Boom.
and shall be able to escape by his word
See? By his works. Go ahead.
and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Right, because, you know, you have, on the one hand, you have individuals saying you got to keep the law perfect. On the other hand, they're saying you don't got to do no works. You know, others saying you don't got to do no works. You got to do both. Faith without works is dead. You know, you got to do both. You got to have the faith, believe, but you also got to do. You can't just say, okay, I believe, and just sit back and, you know,
Right.
like the scriptures say, like if you have a brother or sister that's hungry, and you say, you know, spirit be with you, have faith, and be thou filled,
Yeah.
and they're gonna go away hungry still,
Right.
Yep.
because you didn't give them what they needed.
Yeah.
So faith without works is dead. You know? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Verse 8 shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Right, because the elect have been sealed before the world was ever even created. You know, so those spirits that are here now, that are part of the elect, that are being drawn to this, that stick it out to the end, they were already sealed before the world ever was created. You know, and that's why they're going to be able to make it all the way through, because they were already created to be that way, to endure. Just like the ones that are not a part of the elect were already appointed to that before the world was. So there was a group of spirits that were set up to be the elect, and a group of spirits that were selected not to be the elect.
Right.
You know, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. You know? Go ahead.
Can I jump down?
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Second Ezra 9
Use your discretion.
and Second Ezra 9 and 21, and I saw and spared it greatly and have
Right,
kept.
matter of fact, read up a little bit more about the cluster, right?
Right here.
Okay.
Second Ezra 9 and 21, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people.
Right, that's the elect. Okay.
Let the multitude perish him which was born in vain.
Right, because they were born in vain. They were born banished. They were born to be destroyed. Go ahead.
And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Right, and the Lord continuously nourishes it, waters it, cultivates it, and makes it to grow. You know, that's why it's good to speak about growing in faith, growing in the works. You know, everything is about growth. No stagnation. You know, the waters are living waters that are constantly moving, constantly nourishing, constantly refreshing. You know, constantly building, constantly watering. You got it.
This is Ecclesiastes against the Sirach 33 and verse 12. It says, some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified
Right, that's the elect.
Yep.
Okay.
and set near himself. But some of
Right,
them,
set near himself. That's why the elect will always have that constant feeding, because they're near to the Lord. So he's going to keep feeding them so that they don't starve
right,
with the knowledge. Go ahead.
just like Isaiah, I think one, the first time it's like, I have nourished up children, and they have rebelled against me.
There you go.
Uh,
But the elect are not going to rebel.
that's right.
Go ahead.
It says, but some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
Right, that's dealing with Esau,
Yep.
the nations, certain Israelites. Go ahead.
And it says, as the clay is in the potter's hand, to fashion it at his pleasure.
Yep.
So man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liking him best.
Right. So, and that's why in Romans 9 it says that, you know, who are you that replies against the Most High? You can't, you know, ask the potter, what did you create? I'm the potter, you're the clay.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna be what I tell you to be.
That's right.
You're gonna be what I made you to be. You know, and no one can say that the Most High is unrighteous for doing it, because He has a plan, a purpose. You know, and no one's gonna change that.
That's right.
And no one's gonna speak against it. You can speak against it, but it's gonna fall on deaf ears.
Right.
You know, so you might as well try to write a letter to the Lord, see if He'll answer. You know,
Right. Precept.
yeah, bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 15, and it reads, shall the axe boast itself against him that heareth therewith?
Right, the axe is Esau. The Most High is the one, the lumberjack.
That's right.
The Lord is the lumberjack. He's the one swinging that axe. You know, Esau is the sword of the Lord, and he's swinging it. You know, go ahead.
Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Right, like I don't care how bad a saw is or an axe is, it's only as good as a person hewing it.
Right.
If somebody ain't swinging it, it's useless. It's just collecting dust, collecting rust. Okay?
As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if it were no wood.
Right. You ain't gonna do. Look, you're gonna do what the Lord made you to do.
That's right.
He's the one that's controlling it. Hey, the heart of the king is in the Lord's hand. As the rivers of water, He turneth it with a sword. You know? So the Lord is in control.
Yep.
That's why, you know, you see the collapse of this society. It's not because of poor management. It's because the Lord set it up that way. You know, and the poor management was already created that way for this place to go down. Yeah, bring it out.
It's Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning,
Yep.
and from ancient times the things that are not yet done,
Right.
saying, My counsel shall stand,
And
I
that's
will
the
do,
point.
Yep. And I will do all my pleasure.
My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. In the book, I think it's Psalms 147 and 15, it says the Lord, all the works of the Lord are in righteousness.
Yeah.
Everything he does is in righteousness. His counsel is going to stand. You know, I don't give a damn if your counsel is in direct confliction with the Most High's counsel. Guess what? Your counsel is going to fail. His counsel is going to stand.
That's right.
I don't give a damn how great of a planner you are.
Right.
I don't give a damn how much of a resolve you have, and how resilient you are, strategist you are. Yeah. You know, if your counsel ain't in direct, line with the Most High, it's going to fail.
Right.
Y'all got something?
Back here for what you just said. This is the book of Psalms 92 and 15, and it reads, "To show that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is upright, he is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him."
That's it. No unrighteousness with him. Whatever he does, he said he creates evil. Guess what? He's the Most High. He could do that. Who are thou that replies against the Most High? The Most High made you, fool.
That's right.
You know? You say you have something, bro?
Psalm 75 and verse 5. Verse 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. For Yahweh is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Right. He put it down one and set us up another.
Proverbs 19 to 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand.
That's it. And I believe there's one in Psalm 33 and 11. So no matter what, the Lord's counsel is what's going to stand. That's why it doesn't matter how much.
I got you.
It doesn't matter how much money, effort, time, thought you put into it. When the Lord deems that your empire is finished, it's going to crumble. It's going to collapse.
Right.
The worm is spread underneath. So you ain't going to be able to go any longer than what the Lord already allowed.
Right.
You got that?
You got it.
This is Psalms chapter 33 and verse 11. The counsel of the Lord Yahweh Shem power standing forever.
Right.
It says, the thoughts of his heart to all generations.
Right, so it's not going to change. Whatever the Lord deemed to happen, that's what's going to happen. Y'all got it.
You guys got something? We go back to the Isaiah 24. Okay. Back to Isaiah chapter 24. I'll start at verse 12 again. It says, "In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree."
Right, when you shake the olive tree, stuff falls out of it. That's what's happening right now. All the goodies are falling. Everything is collapsing. Go ahead.
And as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
Right, so when you collect the grapes, there's like a little gleaning left, and then some people go and take everything off of the tree. There ain't nothing left. That's what's happening to this society. That's why I said that there's going to be no work for the head or tail, branch or rush to do. Because the Lord is he's closing shop down.
That's right.
Going out of sale business.
That's right.
You got it.
Verse 14. "They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right, and that's the prophets. Go ahead.
They shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glorify ye Yahweh Shem Yahushai in the fires, even the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, God of Israel, in the isles of the sea.
Because he gave us the name. Go ahead.
From the uttermost parts of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous."
Wait a minute. Read that again.
That's right.
From the what?
Isaiah 24:16. "From the uttermost parts of the earth have we heard songs."
And how's that happening?
Yep.
Through the internet.
That's
From
right.
the uttermost parts of the earth have we heard songs. That started from here in America, in Harlem, New York. And from that, it went throughout the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
Uttermost part of the earth. It went everywhere. you know, by way of this internet technology that the Lord gave this devil, that they're constantly every day, you know, making even better and better. You know, you got it.
And it says, even glory to the righteous.
Even glory to the righteous, man.
But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously.
It's Esau.
Yep. Yea, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously.
Right.
Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee.
Right.
Oh,
In other words, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming.
that's right.
You know, read that again.
Yep. Verse 17. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee.
Right. So in other words, you did the time, or you did the crime. Now you got to do the time. You know, it's waiting for you. And you so blind that you're walking right into it.
Yeah.
And fear in the pit is waiting for you. And you're gonna. It says that the ditch that the wicked, you know, dug, they're gonna fall into their own ditch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And every step they try to take away from it leads them closer to it. Because they're going in the way that the Lord want them to go.
Yeah, that's right. And then they're trying to consult with these spirits and spirit guides and you know the different groups to find out what's the next move, what's our next strategy, you know, what's our next economic thing that we got to do. Look, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over, Esau. Might as well give it up. But you ain't gonna do it.
What's that?
Okay.
Proverbs,
Oh, inhabitant of the earth.
Okay.
Proverbs 1 and 31. 1 second. Yeah, this is Proverbs 1 and 31. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way
There you go.
and be filled with their own devices.
Right, and that's dealing with Jake,
Yep.
really.
Yep.
Because they refuse the Lord, they push his hand away, they're going to eat of the fruit of their own devices. You know, you reap what you sow. You said you had something?
Job 5 and 12, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Because they have a plan. And their plan is going to go, why? Because the Lord, it's a part of the Lord's plan. But they think that they're going to complete it completely and then, you know, have everything sewed up for the rest of eternity. It ain't going to work like that. You're only going to go so far. And the very thing that you're trying to establish, the New World Order, is the very thing that once you get it in place, is what's going to bring you down. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. You know, every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. That's dealing with all the laborers. As you see right now, you know, the jobs are lacking. People are frustrated. You know, the wages don't match the modern society or economic society or the ability to function and pay bills and all that in this society.
Yeah, it's like no longer a living wage.
Right.
Yeah,
You know? Because shit is so it's just all over the place. You know, you gotta you know it's bad when you have to, you know, decide, you know, whether you're gonna put gas in the car or food in your stomach. You know, that's bad. Or you're gonna pay a bill, you know, or hold on to that money for something else. Good.
It says, so that their hands cannot perform the enterprise.
Right. So they're not gonna be able to. They're only gonna go so far, because they want to establish it. They will establish it to a certain degree, but it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go the way they want it to go. You got it.
It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yep.
In the counsel of the fort is carried headlong.
Yeah, because they've been planning this thing. They're underground, holding meetings, like the meeting with that individual. That, you know, they were trying to pick his brain to find out where the best place to build these bunkers and stuff is at. All of those different secret meetings and your different think tanks and everything that you have is not going to work. You know, it's not going to work.
Precept.
Yeah.
Headlong. Mahar. It says to hasten, to be hurried, hasty, anxious, to prepare quickly, do quickly, blink quickly.
Yeah.
Yep. And the Lord said he'll bring a speedy riddance to this land, you know. So the Lord's going to, when everything is set up and in place and they start to make certain moves, you know, like, hey, look, you got to take this to pay for stuff. hey, things are gonna move real fast, man. You know.
It's speeding up. That's why everything is speeding up now. This year fucking flew by.
It did.
It seemed like it was just January a month ago. Now it's already December 27.
Right.
What 4 more days
Yep.
to the end of this year?
Yep.
And then the New Year's Eve of destruction.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the new name for the new year.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure Apostle Tar already got it, you know, in mind. You know, he's just waiting for the day to announce it.
He said, "Boy,
Just-
these days will be." Oh, sorry.
We just talking about how this place was falling. I just had something pop up on my phone.
So,
Nike is selling some of their shoes half price now.
there you go.
This place is falling, man.
Yeah.
This is the Nike store downtown New York.
Hey, you know that you got that with something called a fire sale.
Yeah.
You know, which you would sell stuff. You know, when you had a fire, you would try to salvage certain things. Well, that's a term in the stock industry, where they sell stuff cheaper than they would because they're trying to get that shit off, and that's what they're doing. You know, they're trying to make something. They're trying to make. We're not gonna get the full that we wanted, but as long as we get something out of it.
Yeah, because it's all overpriced anyway.
Yeah.
You playing 5 to 10 times more than what you should be paying for all this shit. So they ain't cutting no losses.
Yeah, when you say half off, you ain't getting half off. Half off is more than half of, or less than half. I'm sorry, more than half of what they pay for.
Right.
So if you buying something for $50, they probably got it for $5.
Yeah. Well, I was saying, to your point, I'm in sales, and you'll see a list price,
Right.
and then the factor for the buyer, the one who's going to distribute it, be like 0.15.
Okay.
So they get a huge
Markup.
discount
Yeah.
off of the deal. Yeah. That you call a multiplier. But the thing is, if they bind it for that, what does it cost them to make it?
Exactly.
Right.
It's a fraction of the cost.
Yes.
You know, because the people are in business to make money.
Yep.
And you have markups. You have 100% markup, 200%. I believe in retail it used to be 400% markup.
Yep.
You know, so if you have something that costs $1, you can sell it for up to like $4 or $5.
Yep.
You know?
Even something that's on clearance, they're still making a profit.
Oh yeah. Because the clearance, they're selling it cheaper, but it's still more than what they paid for.
All right. And back to Isaiah 24 and verse 14. It says, verse 15. Verse 16. Oh, it's like 17. I'm going to read 17 again. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit.
Right, so no matter where you go,
Yep.
you know, as a man lean on the wall, certain
Amos,
bit on,
hey.
you know, go ahead.
And it says, and he that cometh up out of the midst of that pit shall be taken in the snare.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For the windows from on high are open. And
Right. Now check this out. Back during the time of the flood, right? What happened?
Water was coming from the heavens.
Said- right. So it said the windows from on high
Yeah.
were open, and the windows from the deep were open. See, so there was water. So now this time the windows are going to be opened up again, but there's going to be fire coming down
right.
in the form of these missiles.
That's right.
Now you got to remember that's when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. The heavens were opened up, and the elements were fused together, creating these big ass fireballs that came down to destroy them.
Right.
So the Lord's going to destroy this place, man. So the windows on high are open. Go ahead.
And that's by the way, the missiles are part of their own devices too.
Yeah.
The more put in their mind and create them, and they can be used against them, man.
That's going to be his judgment.
That's right. Yep. What he said.
Go ahead.
Amos 5 and 18. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. What then is it for you?
That's right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
And what's going to cause that darkness? The fire and the ashes and the soot and the smoke is going to be coming up from the missiles and from the lasers from the chariots, to taking this place out.
That's right.
Go ahead.
As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
So basically, you're going to go from destruction to destruction. No matter which way you turn. If you go this way, they got you. If you go this way, they got you. If you try to go backwards, they're gonna drop a dime on you inside you. That's back in the day. So no matter where you go, it's too high to get over, too low to get under. It's too wide to go around, you know, and nothing you can do to escape it. The only way to escape is if you're a part of the elect. You know, and the Lord's gonna do what? He's gonna beam the elect up into the chariot. You know, and get them out of harm's way. But anybody else, they're gonna try to run to their car, they're gonna try to run to their motorcycle, their bike. They're going to be stuck in gridlock. They're not going to have, by the time they react, it's going to be, time's going to go by. And by the time they grab the keys and grab stuff out the house, they're thinking, let me grab some money, some food, some clothes. By the time you do all that and get in your car, you're going to look up and you're going to see a big ass fireball coming down.
That's right.
So no matter which way you go, people are going to try to run into buildings. Buildings are going to be disintegrated.
Hella through it.
Hella through it.
With those schools, song, nowhere to run.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
That's right. No matter where you go. Go ahead.
That was it on that. Go ahead.
All right.
Bring it out to him.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow.
And that's not talking about an actual archer.
Right.
That's talking about missiles. Now, the bow would be the nuclear silos, and then the arrows would be the missile. Like it says in Job, the 20th chapter. It says, a fire not blown shall consume it. Because he's not going to be, setting a fire, lighting it up like the elder, was lighting this. It took a while to get it lit, He's not going to be lighting it. It's already going to be ignited.
Yeah. Hey, all that flame retardant
Nigga,
shit they got stored on these buildings, in these buildings,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to get eaten.
Everything's going to melt. Hey, Yahweh Shai said this. What if the Lord, the grass is just today and tomorrow is burnt in the oven? Because the land of Israel is going to be destroyed too, just like America. So the grass is here today, but tomorrow is going to be in the oven. Hey, it says in Joel 2 that before them is like the Garden of Eden, and behind them is a wasted wilderness. So what is going to cause that devastating power? It's that powerful that it's going to have, the land before is going to be like Garden of Eden, and behind a desolate wilderness. That's the nuclear missiles, man. That the Lord gave this man to build them up, to use that same technology to destroy him. So the very thing you use to gain the world is the very thing that the Lord's going to use to bring your judgment.
Precept
Bring it up.
says, this is Matthew 10 and 34. It reads,
Yep.
think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
The sword, because that's what's going to take this devil out. He got the world by the sword, he's going to be taken out by the sword. Yahweh Shai gave him the blessing of the sword as Isaac. He's going to take the blessing of the sword when he comes back as Yahweh Shai.
Whosoever live by the sword shall die by it.
That's it. Hey, you did so much wickedness on the planet, you never thought you'd pay for it. Yeah. There was a story of this Jake that spent 44 years in prison because he was accused wrongly of doing something to these Edomite women. And when they found out that he was not guilty, they said, well, at least we got 44 years out of it.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up.
Yeah.
But these devils think that they're gonna get away with that. But the thing is, these women, they never get like if that if this was a just society, which we know it's not, they should have took them hoes and locked their ass up.
Yeah.
Like nothing that you like a woman to say that you raped her or raped her, and then come to find out you about to go to jail, and they come to find out that she lied. They don't do shit to the bitch. Now if they threw the bitch in jail, like they were trying to do to you, then that would curb a lot of these hoes from doing shit like that.
Yeah, but they hey, anything that's set up to prey on the men of our nation, they allow it to go free, man.
Man.
Go ahead, brother. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you got
I'm
it.
catching on fire now, though.
I've been watching a show called
Yeah. Standing up.
It's called Life Something with the 50 Cent. It's a story show. It shows us how just the system really is, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good. It's Life Something. It shows you the injustice system. It's our good us. You got a lawyer in jail. It's pretty good, man.
Yep.
Check that out.
This is Psalms 50, and verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
You go.
It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
Right, and the accuser of thy brother.
Brother.
But y'all got it.
Yeah, so hey, that's Esau. Look, Esau's supposed to be our brother, right? Yeah, man, he accuses us, right? He slanders us, man. You know, it sets us up, he snares and traps, man. Set up in all the ways for us, these devices to get crushed, man. Like the Christian church, man, and look at liquor store on every corner, man, gun stores, man. All right, no access to real food, man. All this junk food and shit, man. Yep. All right, hey, that's that will.
Psalms 50, Psalms 50 and 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, thy tongue frameth deceit.
Right, so Esau's son friend with deceit, man. Yep. All right. Like listen to Psalms 10, it's yeah, you know, like verse 30 is down
Oh, that there's no fear of the Lord before their eyes. That one.
no, not that one. What's your post?
It's Psalms chapter 10.
I think it's verse 5.
Verse 5. Okay. Psalms chapter Psalms chapter 10 and verse 5. It says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Esau, hey, we'll consider his enemy, man. He don't love us, man. All right, hey, he wants his birthright back, man. So he thinks he can, like I said, set the snares and traps for Jacob to fall, but he can't do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. That's why the Lord said an elect, man. So that's foolproof that you can never infiltrate all of Israel, man.
Yep. He said he puffed at them like.
Like what you gonna do? Who want war with? Who want war?
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23, verse 15, and it reads, the man that is accustomed to opprobrious words will never be reformed all the days of his life. And that word opprobrious goes into shame and disgrace. That's what Esau constantly does. It's like mentioned earlier, the accuse of our brother.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he does. Always, he'll do the evil and point the Jake, say Jake did it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all of his doing. But he said he will never be reformed. Just like the scriptures say, that favor be shown to the wicked.
Yeah.
He will not learn righteousness.
May you do evil that good because he's doing evil.
God.
Look, you were created to be that way.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Psalms 11 and verse 2. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. Woo!
Yeah, because they're doing that behind it. You got it, bro.
All right, so the wicked, being Esau, the so-called white man. All right, they're back then, like the 1930s, we had, the so-called Negroes, like had, groups to help out each other. Yep. All right, but Esau came in. They had the CIA and shit. They studied them. All right, and was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So we can infiltrate them. To get them how Jake is now. All right, Jake want to kill each other. That's all because Esau is a so-called white man. All right, but at the end of the day, hey, y'all about to shit y'all shot just doesn't want these cold ass niggas. Just look, y'all about to shoot y'all shot. Look up the elect from out of all that, out of the darkness. All right.
ain't gonna be no zonked out stick banging nigga in the kingdom, man.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Fucking demon, man.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay though. Only to his own detriment. You can't do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. You know?
And all that shows is we doing something right, man.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
I can actually read verse 3.
Okay, go ahead.
And the foundation was destroyed. What can the righteous do? All right, and hey, the foundations, of course, being this truth. All right, Esau, Edom, totally, drove us away from anything that's, positive. All right, a family. All right, a dad being in the house. All right, being a man in the house. All right, Esau get away with all that.
Yeah.
And look what Jacob's, resorted to.
Yeah.
Being bones, all right, the woman, being, whores, all right, and it's all because of Esau.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, y'all about to looking down, he knows exactly what this nigga has done. So therefore, he got to pay.
Hey, it used to be back in the day. The older people, the older people, a lot of the wisdom came from being around the older people. But now a lot of these older people are just as dumb as young niggas, man.
That's why he's going to mark some of the ancient ones with that thorn,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Egyptian, they're going to judge them. Yep. Yep. This is Micah 2:1. Micah 2:1 says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand."
Brother is going to. And they do all these different things to find a way to what? To keep us going off. All right? It's really like a passion to them. When somebody's passionate about something, they give their all into it. You put everything that you can into it when you're passionate about certain things. They say they sleep out.
And it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because of the power of the hand."
Somebody grab one of the Proverbs that what? Hey, it's in the power of their hand. All right, because what? It's their kingdom. Because what? This is their kingdom. All right, if you go into the ancient days, whichever way the king wanted the kingdom to go, that's the way it went because he was in rulership. My kingdom will run the way I wanted to run. He had a couple people who didn't want to, go along with what he said, but 9 times out of 10, the kingdom ran away to what the king wanted it to run. If I want them to starve, they're gonna starve. If I want them to work, they're gonna work. All right, if I want the kingdom to be happy, it's gonna be happy. All right, you see that in Rome. When they want the people to be happy, they threw games. And the people were starving at that time. A lot of people really don't understand that. Like, when those Roman games was going on, the people were starving. They were starving. But they was happy, they were so happy to be entertained. And that's what's going on with spiritually, how people are starving from this truth. But they happy to be entertained with this bullshit that's on these TVs. What's going on with Beyonce and her husband? What's going on with Jay-Z and his case? These are all entertainment. These are all distractions. These are the things that Esau put out there to keep your bad docile away from the truth.
Yeah, you niggas ain't tired of hearing that Jerry Springer bullshit beef and drama. Like, man, like a lot of people love drama, man.
Yeah.
Niggas love drama, But hey, when the drama comes to their ass, they don't like it though. When they gotta live with some drama, man. Hey, the Lord about to bring a lot of you niggas some drama, man.
Right.
He got drama for your ass, man. If you ain't right with him, then hey, don't expect no safety. No, don't expect him to hear your words, man. When it becomes time to truly cry out, to Yahweh Shem Shai, a lot of you Jakes don't even have a name.
Yeah.
A lot of you Jakes, you wearing fringes but saying Christ.
Right.
Hey, the Lord gonna open up on niggas, man. The Lord is tired, man.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, again in verse 8, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die."
That's why he's gonna cut y'all off. Lord tired of like so like with Elder Gordon, the Lord is tired of Jake, man. He's tired of the BS, man. You know? Us being man of the Lord, you know, us being a prophet. We're tired of Jake ass, man. Tired of this world, man. We just hope the Lord go in and wake up President Alexa and get the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that judgment, so he can bring that judgment.
We start bringing, that's right. We get tired of Jake. And the elder was right, you know, we just talking to the young dude at work. You know, he was talking about some women and she was like, you don't like a little drama? No, I don't want no damn drama. I want them to be able to shut the up, bro. You don't even know what it is to have a real woman. A woman is to shut up now, sit down and do the things that her husband requires. That's it.
Hey, that's how low level Jake is
That's
right
how
now.
low
They think
level
that's,
they
yeah,
is.
that's,
They want the drama and all this. I don't want all that, man.
Yeah.
Time to be tussling, fighting, and arguing and going back and forth. That's weak. That's the nature of a fucking woman, man.
Yeah. Hey, you like people get so used to drama when they find peace, they create drama.
Yeah.
They manufacture a struggle. A nigga will manufacture drama.
Yeah.
You know, you at a point where you know what I'm saying, you're doing good. You can relax for a minute. You got a warm meal. You got a woman. You know what I'm saying? Hey, niggas will create drama just for some fake ass badge of overcoming, man.
Right.
You know, yeah, this is what I had to deal with, but I got through it. You know, praise Jesus.
Right.
You know. Go ahead, bro.
social media skits.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I have some more. This is Zechariah 13, chapter 13, verse 8. "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die."
Yeah, and what the here in America got my great man.
Yep.
Fear what? Destruction, man. Alright? That's what the Lord got for y'all asses, man. And then accompanied by all the other people. That's earthquakes and earthquakes. Go ahead.
"But the third shall be left therein."
Right, the elect, man. They're gonna be left therein. Alright, go ahead.
Verse 9, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried."
Yeah. Hey, we've been in the fire. You know what I'm saying? But we've been going through the process called tempering, where we go through things and we come out on the other side and it makes us harder. You know? But the Lord is getting ready for that last test. You know, those series of last tests to show that you really, you know, serious about this truth. You know?
We're about to check who's gonna get down for that ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Down for this crown.
"They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people."
Wait. Start it over.
Zechariah 13 and 9. "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name."
Call on my name. That name is going to be so important in that day.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be calling on Jesus and Buddha and
Christ.
all these other false gods, man. That's why the scripture say, call on those guys in your day of
Let them deliver.
and let them deliver you, man. Like Adam said, a lot of you young punks don't even know what the name of the Lord is. That's okay, because a lot of us finna go over here to that war.
Yep.
You know, a lot of y'all finna go into that war. And I told somebody the other day, she said, well, what am I gonna do if my son go to war? Kiss him and tell him goodbye, you're never gonna see him again. That's the best advice I can give you, baby. If they draft your son, kiss him, tell him goodbye, and I love you, you'll never see him again. You're not coming back home. These are the times that we're in. A lot of y'all gonna go to that war and die. Y'all don't got the Lord's name. Y'all don't even know how to be men. Y'all not even required to even get an understanding of wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures.
Yep.
Priesthood.
You know why? Because the birthday is gone, but still that party, that party mindset is still going on in the earth. Let's party, let's BS, let's get high, let's do all this and that, let's sit around and do nothing. That's the spirit that young men have, man. The technology age, it really dice out the young men. Yep. Sit in front of the video game all day. Yep. Can't get outside. Can you look? You don't even know what degrees it is outside. You've been in the house out there all day.
Right.
Man, Call of Duty.
You about to get called to do.
That's right. That's right. That's right, bro. Go ahead, my son.
I just want to add to your point. You know, it said that they shall call on my name.
Yeah.
You know, that's singular.
Yep.
Okay. All throughout the scriptures, it says my name. It is singular. You know, Proverbs 30 and 4, roughly paraphrasing, what is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can tell. Singular. So there are no multiple names. Okay? He says, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Okay? People only answer to their name. Okay? He says, I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is my power. That's right. Precept.
Psalms 124:8. Our help is in the name of the Lord, Yahweh, who made heaven and earth.
Wait, read that again.
Psalms 124:8. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth.
The name singular. It didn't say names. It didn't say titles. It said the name. You know. So like the brother was saying, man, knowing his name is important. Hey, man, I'm thankful I can call on the true, holy, powerful name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man.
Yeah.
You know that we have leaders that kept the name of the Lord, man. You know.
It's a gift. A lot of people don't understand that though. This really, man, this whole truth is really a personal gift that the Lord has given us, man. This is a gift, even on the day. We've been around people, we can say the name to them 10, 12 times, they never get it. The elder that been around, been the truth for years, he probably read probably 30 people that could never say the name.
Yeah.
You know? So you
Several,
man,
definitely.
cherish this gift that the Lord has given us, man. This is a beautiful church. This is a beautiful people the Lord has given us, man. Don't take heed to this truth, man. A lot of people take heed to the truth or brushing it off as it being nothing. They just talking. You finna see, man, how precious this thing is in these last few days. When you're starving, you don't know which way to go. The man can't even think of you should be so scared that you don't even know what to do. You be stuck in the corner. Yeah, bro.
This Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. And that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, that's the name that was given, man. All right. Hey, it says his name is dreadful among the heathen, man. Man, these heathen ain't out here professing Yahweh Shem Yahushai all over the planet like they do Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Let's say, no, this is it right here.
Precept. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 15. And it reads, and the power said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Okay, go ahead.
Yahweh, your power of your fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, the power of Jacob, have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all the nations. That's right.
That's right. My name forever.
It don't change. Yep. It don't change.
Go ahead.
Like, he said that, these heathens, they preach, other things, other names, all right, but nothing happened, This is Matthew 24. It's like Matthew 24 and verse 14. Matthew 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, all witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Right. With this truth, all right, starting off with the apostles, all right, even before the apostles, all right, this truth aspect is there, and then, with the name, all right, Yahweh Shah, all right, Yahweh being the heavenly Father, being that He is, all right, Yahweh Shah being the only begotten Son, all right, meaning He is the deliverer, all right. These names have shaken up, here in America, and now we see, the prophecies unfolding. All right, but with Christianity, all right, Islam, none of it, none happened. All right, still in the same detrimental state. All right, with the name of Jesus. All right, the same detrimental state with Allah, whatever. All right, but how about Shemel Tribe? All right, look what's going on. The kingdom of heaven. All right, new bodies is almost here.
Downloads, right? Being made perfect. That's what's on the horizon, man. Yeah. Ain't no names being moved under what Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's the moving force, man. All right. Matter of fact, you got it right here.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, beginning at verse 30, and it reads, For I knew they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Okay, this is talking about the nation of Israel. And it's a cut to you small headers. You're not in captivity right now. All right. Okay? The elect of the nation of Israel. All right? A straight cut to you. All right? It says, and shall know that I am Yahweh their power. For I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. In the land of our captivity. Okay? So how are you the people if you're in the land now? Alright? Verse 33. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord.
This is talking about the elect.
Yep.
Okay? Not talking about the whole nation of Israel, this is talking about the elect. Because it was talking about everybody will have the truth. So this is talking about the elect. Go ahead.
Because all Israel is not Israel.
That's right.
All right.
Just to clarify that, because people, they mean all of us. No, this is talking about the elect. Go ahead.
We just told them 2/3 of them going to get cut off.
Hey, the brother just posted a badass scripture.
Yes, sir.
Somebody get Zephaniah 3 and 13.
Okay.
The water, brother.
The water, bro.
Zephaniah 3 and 13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
Nobody gonna make us afraid, man.
7,000.
Yep. Hey, man, that's beautiful, man. Cause we already live in fear, the fear of the Lord, but we live in perfect fear. We live in fear, and fear that's actually pure, and not defiled by the ways of this world, man. This fear that we live in, it purifies us, it makes us clean. Go ahead.
Okay. This is back in Baruch chapter 2, verse 34. He says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Okay, what's happening to you people that's faking now? You being diminished. So you're not the people. He says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. All right? So if the land is about to be destroyed according to prophecy, how are you the people? It's impossible. And then it says all 12 tribes will be back in the land. You gathered from every nation on the earth. Okay? You got 195 countries was an article in the Christian Bible Network back in June of 2020. It says 130 Ukrainian Jews turned to the promised land, fulfilling the prophecies of Jeremiah and Isaiah. Okay, even if you took one person from all the countries, 65 people got stiffed. If only 130 of you returned.
Right. Right.
Then it says, according to the prophecies of Jeremiah and Isaiah. Where's David?
Right. Right.
Okay, where's Yahushua? He said, when he returns, all eyes shall see him. Who saw him?
Right.
Nobody. That dumb Balfour Declaration. All right? And then that's the other thing. If it said 130 Ukrainians going to return, what was the Balfour Declaration?
Right.
There was another twice return.
Right.
What's the purpose of the Balfour Declaration if you did it in June
That's
of
why.
2020?
That's why I said the Lord will set us in our own land. Okay?
Yep. He will gather us from every nation where we were scattered to.
Yep.
All right, and he said, all eyes shall see him. That didn't happen yet.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Shalom to sincere elect brothers and sisters on the comment.
Shalom.